Ray and his family drive into a mob with the most valuable thing in the world, a van. Prepare yourself, this is about to get ugly. This is a very old movie, and most of us were kids when we watched it, but after sitting through it again, I found a lot of mistakes. But we're not here to discuss the mistakes made in the movie. We're here to talk about the most scary scene in this movie. It's not man versus alien. It's a scene where the raw nature of man is displayed at its peak. I'll tell you why. Tom Cruise takes on the role of Ray Ferrier, a dock worker in New Jersey who has spent his life avoiding responsibility. He's not the ideal father. Reckless, immature, and barely keeping things together. His ex-wife, Mary Ann, portrayed by Miranda Otto, knows this all too well, which is why she left him for a more stable husband. Now she's dropping off their 2 kids for the weekend before heading to Boston, trusting Ray to look after them. Dakota Fanning plays Rachel Ferrier, Ray's 10-year-old daughter. She's sharp, mature beyond her years, and far more responsible than her father. Though she loves him, she doesn't fully trust him to take care of her. Then there's Robbie Ferrier, played by Justin Chatwin, a rebellious 16-year-old who resents Ray deeply. To him, his father is a failure, someone who was never there when it mattered. As the weekend begins, Ray's attempts at bonding with his kids fall flat. His house is a mess, the fridge is practically empty, and there's no warmth between them. But their strained family dynamic is the least of their worries. Without warning, a strange storm rolls in. The sky darkens, the wind picks up, and something unnatural begins to happen. Lightning repeatedly strikes the same spot in the middle of the street, sending people outside to watch in confusion. Then, silence. The power goes out, engines die, and the air becomes eerily still. And then the ground moves. Cracks rip through the pavement as something enormous begins to emerge. A massive 3-legged alien war machine rises from beneath the earth, standing tall over the terrified crowd. People stare in shock. Then, without warning, it attacks. A strange heat ray fires from its core, vaporizing people instantly. Bodies turn to dust, leaving only empty clothes floating to the ground. Chaos erupts. Screams fill the air as the towering machine moves forward, unstoppable. Ray doesn't wait. He runs, pushing through the crowd as the destruction unfolds behind him. He barely makes it back to his house, slamming the door shut, his body covered in ash from those who didn't survive. Rachel and Robbie are terrified. Ray doesn't have time to explain. He just knows they have to leave. Grabbing what little supplies he has, he forces his kids into the basement. The night is filled with the haunting sounds of destruction, distant screams, collapsing buildings, and the eerie hum of the alien tripods hunting in the dark. By morning, Ray knows they can't stay. They need a car, but nothing works. The electromagnetic pulse from the attack has wiped out power. Except, Ray remembers something. A mechanic down the street had been working on a car's engine when the storm hit. If he was fixing it at that time, maybe it still runs. Racing to the garage, Ray finds the car and turns the key. Miraculously, it starts. And after a rough, long drive, we end up here.
Ray. Ray! Dad! Think you could... Okay. Don't stop. Don't take your foot off. Okay? I got it. Keep your foot up. Okay, I got it.
Robbie is driving. His hands grip the wheel tight. The road is dark, wet from the rain. The car's headlights shine ahead, showing a huge crowd of people standing in the way. They're soaked and holding torches. What makes this so traumatic is no one really knows what to do, but as you can see, the most dominant thing at first were just their lights flashing and silhouettes of shadows hitting the ground. The people themselves are almost like their shadows, and this drew my attention because what we're about to witness is people who are now a shadow of themselves. People who are drawn to the innate nature of man to survive. The camera moves slowly, steady as a brick. But still, it makes everything feel unstable, like the car could lose control or, at any given moment, things might just turn chaotic. Inside the car, Rachel is shaken up as they approach the scene. She's scared, and it's only natural. The sound is gentle. People aren't reacting too much yet. As Ray takes the wheel, he keeps moving forward. Then hands start to hit the car. Someone bangs on the window. Ray knows what to do. He keeps driving, but the crowd is everywhere. This moment feels real because it shows what happens when people get scared. They don't think. They just run, push, and fight to survive. The torches make their faces light up in flashes. Their movements are wild. The whole scene feels messy and dangerous. One amazing thing here is the camera work. There's chaos happening, but it's still gentle. It's still subtle. It doesn't feel like a temple run already. Everyone is just chilling to a level, but little by little, the car was getting surrounded. I feel like everyone was waiting patiently for the moment that the car would stop and they could rush into the car. But seeing that it wasn't stopping, they started to raise their aggression. The camera stays close to him. His eyes move fast, looking for a way through. The windshield is covered in rain and covered with people, but he keeps driving. People jump to the side. Some wave, begging for help. Inside, Rachel is panicking. Robbie is frozen, looking out the window. The crowd is everywhere. Torches flash in Ray's face. The torches being flashed on their face brings a lot of tension. It shows the urgency of the moment. The sound is deafening. Raised voices, rain hitting the car, the engine is struggling, the windows rattle as people push against the doors. The camera shows Ray's hands gripping the wheel tight. He doesn't slow down. This moment is strong because it makes us think. Ray is doing what he must to protect his kids, but it feels wrong. People outside are scared too. The flashing lights, the reaching hands, it makes us uneasy. What would we do? Suddenly, a man jumps onto the car. His face is right in front of Ray. His hands slam against the windshield. The sound changes. The camera focuses on his face. His mouth moves. And he's shouting about the number of people the car can take. Ray reacts fast. He tries to tell the man to jump off his windscreen, but the guy just hangs on like his life depends on it. He pushes the gas pedal, making the car speed up. The man holds on, but then he loses his grip. He slides off, rolling on the wet road behind them. Inside the car, Rachel screams. The crowd outside screams louder. This part works because it feels rough and real. The man doesn't fly off in a big, dramatic way. He just slips, like he lost control. It makes it feel more natural, like something that could really happen. As soon as the man falls, another person appears. A woman was standing right there, right in front of the car. She's holding her child and patting it. Ray jerks the wheel to the side. The camera moves fast, just like the car. The whole screen tilts as the car swerves. The sound of the tires screeching is sharp. Everything happens in a second. The woman freezes, staring at the headlights. Ray barely avoids her. Then, bam! The car crashes into a tree. The impact is loud. The whole car shakes. The camera jerks forward all the way from the top. We don't see the impact on the people in the car, but we feel it. 1 second, everything is moving. Next, it stops. The crash isn't over the top. It's just sudden and violent, like a real accident. The car stopped, and not even for a moment does everything go quiet. Almost immediately, people rush forward. They slam their hands on the windows. Torches flash in Ray's face. The camera gets shaky again, making the chaos feel real. We see hands pulling at the door handles. A rock smashes against the window. The glass cracks. The sound is overwhelming. People screaming, the car creaking, the rain hitting metal. This scene shows desperation to the highest level. Yes, we know that car glasses are tempered, but they're only easily broken from the inside. You see a guy using his bare hands to break the windscreen, and he's not pushing it into the car. He's pulling it out of the car. You can see his hands all bloody, but that doesn't stop him. He doesn't relent at all. Ray is pulled out of the car almost immediately, and so is Robbie. It becomes an all-out fight. One man versus an army. But that doesn't stop Ray. He keeps fighting, and though he's overpowered, he keeps throwing punches. This is real desperation. People are now a shadow of themselves. Here you can't tell who's a banker, who's popular, or who's just a naked man running around on the streets. Everyone was reduced to nothing but desperate humans. He needed a way to escape, and that gold Ray drove in was the only ray of sunshine they could all see. Then, bang! A gunshot! The camera swings to the source. Ray stands there holding a gun. He is wet from the rain, his face set in nothing but desperation. The sound changes again. Everything becomes quiet except for the rain and the soft click of the gun as he raises it. The camera focuses on Ray's face. His eyes darted around, looking for a way out, but there isn't one. For a moment, we thought it was over as he told everyone to get out of the car, but then we hear Rachel scream. And why? We see a gun pointed at Ray's head. Ray tries to keep his cool, but the guy just wants Ray to drop his gun and let him take the car. Ray tells the man all he wants is his daughter, but the guy wasn't listening. He just needed the threat eliminated. Ray drops the gun and picks his daughter, and all of a sudden, desperation turns into pity in the face of everyone as they watch the car drive off. By the end of the scene, Ray isn't just a father trying to escape. He's a man pushed to his breaking point. The chaos, the desperation, the impossible choices, every second strips away his hesitation, leaving only raw survival instinct. This isn't just about keeping his kids safe, it's about navigating a world where morality is fading fast, replaced by fear and violence. This isn't just one of the most intense car sequences in the film. It's a masterclass in tension, showing how sound, cinematography, and raw emotion can turn a simple escape into something unforgettable. What do you think? Does this scene rank among the best in cinematic survival thrillers? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you love deep dives into unforgettable film moments, hit that like button, subscribe, and stay tuned. More breakdowns coming soon. This has been Jack, bringing you another cinematic deep dive. Stay safe and keep your eyes on the road.